Hey guys, been a minute. I just had an idea for a video, so I thought it would be fun to talk about it because it's actually something that's quite an interesting topic. Basically, are streamers
You shut up when I'm talking to you!
and sort of the onset of competitive gaming, esports, actually taking a toll on casual gamers, right? And I find this so interesting because I'm definitely not an esports gamer, and I'm definitely not good enough at anything. Like, God, literally all I do now is post photos of me getting absolutely robbed on Warzone. Well, not even robbed, I'm just terrible.
Now,
Yeah.
what's up? Run away! Run away!
God, why am I so bad?
Despite that, I do enjoy some good competitive gameplay. Like mainly Overwatch, I guess. I don't really spend much time on quick play. I just like to play the competitive game modes and try get my ranks up.
Oh, what? I got sucked in hard!
At the same time, though, I do respect that there are people who do not care about that and are unfortunately overwhelmed.
How did that happen?
Not because they're necessarily worse off than these people, but you have, I guess, like I said before, streamers, people who put hours, days. Days doesn't even begin to reach the scope of how much time these guys are putting in, right?
You just put 7,000 hours into this fucking game, bro. Why you have to be mad?
They make their videos, they have tips that then people watch, and I guess unless you watch this person, you don't get their style of play, and their style of play might be more effective. Next thing you know, you're coming home from work at 7 p.m. and you're getting clowned by some fool who's 13 years old, and he's sweating, making sure that you have the worst time of your life. I had a discussion with well, barely a discussion, I think it was a thread of 2 tweets, maybe 3, about, we sort of just went a little bit back and forth if this is actually an issue, and who it would fall on. And honestly, I don't know, because for me, yes, it's true, I do respect, especially with games like Fall Guys that came out, it's obviously meant to be this very fun, light-hearted game, and yet you have streamers again. This isn't coming at the streamers. The streamers are ruining gaming. No, this is nothing against streamers, but ultimately it's their livelihood to play games, so they play games well or whatever to be entertaining. That is the crux of streaming, to be frank. People will only watch you unless you're extremely charismatic. Usually they'll watch you if you're particularly good at a game, or you are good at something and you've created that fan base. But whatever, a game like Fall Guys, and you have people who are absolutely trying their damnedest to just ruin the experience for other people. When I say ruin the experience, I don't mean the people who are trying to win. I mean there are people there who are literally only trying to win by stopping people performing. The ones that wait at the end and they try drag you, those fucking it's just a game, it's just a light-hearted game.
Fuck you! What?
There should be certain games where you would expect a certain level of a certain level cap of someone, but then Fall Guys comes along, and even then you have the people who are trying extremely hard to win, and play very well. And I do respect that, there are people who don't have as much time to dedicate to gaming to really learn a game, or more to the point, they might not even care. You come back from work and I don't know, someone just says, oh, you want to mess about on Fall Guys or like Warzone, whatever, even Overwatch, I don't know, you want to just do a deathmatch or something. You might not even necessarily care about doing well. You just want to have a remote in your hand and press buttons just for an hour, just to sort of relax your brain after what you've just done at work, And I'm in 2 minds about this, because sure, there are some games that might seem, silly, but I can't get over the notion that there will always, there's always going to be a winner in these things, whether they win by accident, like just sort of sheer luck, or they win because they're trying to win, like they're ultimately there is an objective. And now I don't mean the objective must be pursued, I just mean this objective is going to be fulfilled no matter what, whether everyone is having the times of their lives, not caring, or if there are these tryhards who are really doing their most to actually win a game, right? So for me, it's more, unless I care about winning, I can't really get, unless I care about winning, I personally don't feel I'm justified to get angry at them or feel frustrated that, this isn't fair. Why are these tryhards coming in my game? It's like, well, if I do care about winning, then I guess I should put a certain amount of time into getting to that point, right? Now, I don't mean that. What do I mean? I'm not saying you have to not care to win, and if you do, unless you care, you can't complain. But I do personally feel, to an extent, though, you have to understand that if you are deciding to play this game at these levels, there are going to be people who take it far more seriously than you. And sure, they are ruining the experience for you, but I do feel that there are games that would otherwise cater to what you're looking for. I don't know. Even within the games, there are game modes that are a lot more lighthearted. You don't have to go into competitive play, or sure, if you go into a quick play and you still get stomped, I don't know. I'm sure there will be a game where you equally do well. Also, I think a good comparison is real life sports. If you went to play real sports with someone, let's say the gang, let's play football, boys. I don't know. I don't have friends, and so you're playing football, and you can barely kick a ball because you've been complaining about video games your whole life, and all of a sudden Timmy comes dribbling through the whole damn team like he's Lionel Messi. He's scoring half-yard bangers. And it's like, well, if Timmy's been playing for a real team and he's been training, he's going to be better than all of us. And I guess you could say he is ruining our experience because we're getting clowned on. Then the conversation becomes, is Timmy the problem? Should Timmy have to be the one to be like, okay, let me not go too hard? And I do feel, to a certain extent, it should be on Timmy to be like, okay, this is just a kick around with my friends. Let me not mess about, let me mess about. Let me not destroy their morale and soul and send them home crying. And it's true, but let's say he does hold back, but he's still just absolutely better. Unless he has to just stop playing, which then, now Timmy's just not having a good time because he's just not playing, and he's not playing because he's too good. I personally don't know what I would want from Timmy. Poor Timmy. He's trained his whole life to play football, and now he wants to play with friends. Maybe he wants to even show off a little. Like, damn, Timmy, you deserve it. Show off your skills. Show me how to do the rainbow Rabonas. Personally, I wouldn't want Timmy to... thinking about it, I don't think I would want Timmy to hold back what he has, right? I don't know if I'd want Timmy to have to show pity on me. I don't think I'd always be matched up with Timmy. Like, Timmy would be somewhere else, hopefully, just cowering in the corners. Timmy, no! No, Timmy, no! My point is, I wouldn't expect the same leniencies from people in real life sports, and so personally, I wouldn't expect them in video games. Am I saying my point of view is right and you should stop complaining about, pro gamers and poggers in your chat? No. Do what you want. If you want to complain, it is frustrating. Like, God damn it, I've put my head through tables sometimes when, even me, I've played embarrassing amount of hours on Overwatch. And I'm still playing against people who are far better than me mechanically, just mentally, like they know the game better than me. And I get frustrated because it's like, man, why are they putting someone who's so much better than me in my game? you know, because I would expect the game to have better balancing of, you know, ranks and such. I guess based on my logic of what I just said today, I shouldn't really complain. I should keep my mouth shut, you know. And I do appreciate that. I do look at myself and hate myself for that. Don't you worry. But I think ultimately, while I will complain in the moment, I don't think I necessarily wanted that person to not play the game and not be in my vicinity. I'm also more of a competitive person. Not everyone will be as competitive, you know. Especially when you choose to go in a game like, you know, Fortnite or even Fall Guys. Because I guess the allure of Fortnite is how... I say childish, not in a derogatory way. Like, childish is in more simple, smoother, rounder lines, very poppy colours, you know. I think you'd expect a certain experience to relax, but then you go on there and ultimately it's your funeral.
Bro, we can't wait. What? You said dead. You said dead.
I just think it's an interesting conversation. If you want to comment, I'd really like to hear what you guys think about... sorry, I need to stop shaking my camera. I'd like you to comment to let me know what you think about this actual sort of topic, because ultimately I know I have a lot of friends that play games. I don't really know how many of them are necessarily competitive or care for it, you know. And I would actually like to see what different opinions people have on this, whether you agree with me or whether you don't, okay? So, thank you for watching. I know I haven't been around, but I have the perfect follow-up video for this, okay? So, please stick around for that. Hopefully, I'm going to start uploading more regularly, okay? Thank you very much. I don't know what that salute was. Have a lovely evening.